Hey guys, so I'm answering all of your America's Next Top Model scoop behind the scenes of Cycle 6 here in Instagram Stories. So type your questions down below and I'm going to answer you guys one by one. So many of you have questions about Jade. Was Jade really that extra? Actually, she was. That was not put on. Jade was a character. She was a lot of fun. And someone also asked, did I hear 30 seconds of her heels on the concrete? Yeah, I did. Okay, Tyra always selected the makeovers. I think we made that clear about past cycles. However, I know Jade complained about her hair being urine yellow. I just think that was the hairstylist couldn't quite get the bleaching process right. Okay, this is a great question. I know Tyra actually read the Tyra mail. I think actually one of our producers, David St. John, who's a great writer, he actually wrote a lot of the Tyra mail. But I could be wrong, there were other producers. You know, real quick, I'll answer this question. I don't think Andre would write about his time on America's Next Top Model. I'll let him answer why, but his career was so epic and his book should focus on his career. You know, I think the falling fairy tales photo shoot was not really my favorite. I like the idea of falling and it being an action, which we could have made extremely editorial, but then there was the fairy tales part and Farunda and the hair, I didn't love it. So no, there is not a live chat today. I'm just answering all the questions here in Stories. But next week, 12 noon, I will be live with a very special guest, huge fan favorite, and we are going to continue our lives week after week, 12 noon Fridays, East. This is a great question. I actually do believe a cover girl could have a Southern accent, or any accent for that matter. And I think that's what they embrace today. So that's my personal feeling. And I think it's changed a lot. Jade absolutely was exactly the way you see her in the show. It's exactly how she was in real life, and she stuck to her guns in being Jade, and it was special. I absolutely think Danielle, now Danny, was absolutely the right winner. She's an incredible model. She's stunning to look at, and she was sure of herself, and I think that's what made the judges truly love her. She's incredible. Oh yeah, there have been major disagreements with the judges on the judging panel. And, you know, there were definitely judgings where certain judges got up and walked off, but they had to come together and make a decision. I think what the judges are looking for when a girl steps into the room is to own the room. That doesn't necessarily mean talk and tell us everything about yourself, but a true top model and a supermodel walks in and commands the presence of the room. So you can't keep... I absolutely love Sutan, aka Raja. That's why I hired him to take over all the makeup creative, and he's beyond talented. I continue to work with him on other projects. I still love Sutan to this day. He's amazing. Well, I guess that's more of a question for Miss J, so you can hit up his feet. Well, I honestly think Tyra was doing the best thing that she could at that time, and she was looking at how the industry looked at models, and she was trying to make a good decision for Danny. I know she loved Danny, so that's what I can say. I actually never thought about that being a coincidence. No, there was no coincidence there. I mean, both Joni and Danny, yes, had major dental work, but I think we were really evaluating their performances and how well they... I just remember how supremely magical it was shooting with the elephants in the rainforest. And Danny, I mean, she slayed that photo shoot, and it reminded me of Dovima and Avedon, and it was a magical... Behind the scenes, it was a little crazy this cycle because we went to Thailand and the crew went crazy and partying and drinking. There was actually, one of our crew members was like diving nude, drunk into the pool. It was nuts. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You know, I had to come up with all of the final runway creative, and when I landed in Thailand, I was scouting locations, found that location and knew, oh my God, I'm gonna do something very creative and couture-like with just one front row, and it was amazing. Photo shoot days were very intense for me. I would be prepping photo shoots ahead of time, and then that morning I would get up, get ready, get to the location before the girls got there, make sure everything's set up properly, and we'd shoot. Some days would be 10 hours, but some days would be 15 hours. Oh, I think it was absolutely very fair. I don't think it was cruel at all because models are asked to walk in crazy high heels. Look at Alexander McQueen, some of the heels there. And then, of course, I know Tyra pointed out the famous Naomi tumbling Vivienne Westwood moment. It's very real. Next week, absolutely, there will be a live chat, a full hour at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So tune in next Friday where we will break down with a very special guest, fan favorite, all of Cycle 7.